ain't got nowhere else to go. So I'm here. Just got out of work, and I just tried to do this, and it kept disconnecting. So I don't know what the hell was going on, but I'm doing it again. So I want to do this video about something else, actually. A couple things, but then it's not really that I'm caring. It's more that there's this weird trend where people think that because you have a different opinion. So I was on this. I'm not going to mention this clown Karen that was on there. Uh, I had it. I think it's the biggest piece of shit out there. I just don't like it. I don't really like the company either. And it's nothing to do with the people that own the company, first responders. I'm a first responder. I was volunteer fire department funder. So it's not an attack on fucking first responders because I'm a first responder. I'm in nursing. I'm a certified first responder. I'm a freaking fast instructor. I'm like a certified first aid instructor. I mean, whatever, dude. I think people think that that's it when you say that. No, the knife's a piece of shit. Okay? It's got nothing to do with them being first responders. The fact is, the knife's a piece of shit. I had it. I used it. It's garbage. Right? And that's my opinion. You might love it, and that's absolutely fine for you to love it. That's your opinion. Right? So this clown, I'm not even going to mention him because he's a Karen. Karen EDC or something. And he was like, well, time to unsubscribe from True Budget EDC and Prepping. Like, I don't give a fuck, bro. You know what? I'm going to tell everybody out there right now. I'm not on here for subs. I'm not on here for money. It's not a job. I'm just doing it for fun, right? I met a lot of cool people and everything. But if you don't agree with my opinion, that's fine. That's your right. But don't tell me you're going to unsubscribe. I don't need to know about it. Just fucking unsubscribe. Get to going. Get to stepping. Bye-bye. Okay? I don't give a fuck. All right? I don't really want people on my to be my subscriber if you're that type of person anyway. If you're not able to accept somebody else's opinion, get the fuck out. Seriously, get to moving. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Go. Bye. Bye-bye. Okay? Because I don't like a certain knife company and I don't like their knife doesn't mean anything. It just means that's my opinion. I mean, there's plenty of people out there who I don't like their opinion on knives. I don't like the knives they use. So, Evan, how is it going? So here's my man Evan right here. He's a first responder, law enforcement officer. You know, I think a lot of it has to do with that. They're like, you don't like CDC or you have to like CDC because, you know, they're law enforcement officers. I don't gotta like a piece of shit knife. I don't give a fuck who makes it, right? I'm a volunteer firefighter, right? I was a firefighter for 5 years. If I made a piece of shit knife, don't ride on my firefighter experience. It's got nothing to do with it. Don't ride on my nursing experience. It's nothing to do with it. Don't ride on my EMR experience. Nothing to do with that at all. Just because I'm a certified first responder don't mean I know how to make fucking knives. It's the truth. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just feel that CDC knives are overpriced. China knives that are pieces of shit. It's just horrible design. Just horrible. But that's my opinion. Right? Blue baby. But it's just as because I don't like that knife company doesn't mean anything. It means that's my opinion. And for you to come on, or person to come on here and say, well, I'm going to unsubscribe from you now, good. Fuck you. Go do it. Don't even tell me. So from now on, if you don't like my opinion on something, you shouldn't be on my channel anyway because I'm going to give it to you. I wasn't going to give it to you, but then that wouldn't really be me who I am, right? For me to not say something would be totally against who I am. So I'm saying something. So if you're a Karen and you don't like my opinion and you're going to unsubscribe, just fucking do it. Don't waste time telling me about it. I don't give a fuck. Bye-bye. Okay? It's just terrible state of mind where, you know, because somebody doesn't agree with your opinion. I don't like China knives now, right? I got China knives, but I don't buy China knives, right? I don't care if you buy China knives. Buy all the China knives you want. Never owned one. Never really been a knife snob. I'm a knife snob now. I actually turned into a knife snob. It's terrible, but that's for me. I'm still gonna put out True Budget EDC stuff because it's budget. I just got. What did I just get? I just got this. It's backwards, but it's the Cold Steel FGX Jungle Dart. They got this Nightshade line of stuff. It's made out of plastic, so it's not really a concealable, undetectable knife because it has this metal ring on it. But if you take the metal ring off, then it is. But I just wanted to see it what it's all about. It was like $8, so I picked it up. Right? And a lot of people might not like that because they're like, oh my God, it's undetectable. That's illegal in some states. Whatever, dude. I don't know what to tell you. I don't think it's illegal here because I checked the laws, and laws are very confusing in Massachusetts for knife laws. But it says one thing and then says something else. But it's not what this is about. I still buy knives that are not expensive, but if I'm going to buy a knife that I want to use, I have a totally different budget, right? But everybody has their own budget, and I like understand that too. Just because you're buying $30 knives, maybe you can't buy $100 knives. That's cool. Whatever, dude. Maybe you hate James brand, right? I like James brand knives. I like giant mouse knives, Maniago knives. What up? What up? Everybody, go check out Dennis's video on the bag that he just put together. Good medical bag, which is a good idea for anybody that's carrying a firearm. You should always have some kind of, you know, some kind of something with you, tourniquet, something, anything. Like really, even a small IFAC, you should always have something in case something happens to yourself. You know what I mean? So he's got a great video up. Check him out. But yeah, so I just felt like this whole Karen thing is out of control. I had to say something because, like I said, it wouldn't be me if I didn't say something, right? I know people are like, don't say anything, just ignore them. Ah, they can go fuck themselves. Like, seriously, I have to say something. That would be totally against my personality. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I was thinking about it. I was sitting here like, I'm not going to say nothing, wasting my time. But you know what? Seriously, if you're Karen and you don't like my opinion, well, first of all, why are you watching me? Like, seriously, I'm not going to watch people who I don't believe. I don't, you know, if I don't like your opinion or I don't like your content, I'm not going to watch you. You know what I'm saying? So if you're a Karen who doesn't like my opinion, get to stepping. If you're a Karen who's going to unsubscribe from me, don't tell me, just fucking go. Yeah, go fuck yourself. Yeah, I posted on the video, man, I wish I could find a tiny, tiny violin emoji for you. Because the guy was like, oh, I'm going to go unsubscribe from your channel. And I was like, bye-bye. And I was like, man, I wish I could find a tiny violin emoji for you. And then I found one, and I was like, oh, wait, here it is. I was like, that's how much I care, bro. I'm like, seriously, that's really who I am. Like, you know, so, you know, I value everybody's opinion, like I said, whether I agree with it or not. You know, there's plenty of people that I hang out with that I don't agree with their opinion, but I don't say, well, I'm going to unsubscribe you as a friend because I don't believe in your opinion. And that's what today is. You get canceled, right? Cancel me all the fuck you want on YouTube. I don't care. Like, seriously. I met the cool people. If I only meet, like, the 5 people that I met right now, I have made some decent friends here. Like, Dennis is my friend. A from EDCQ is my friend. Wasted Beer. I made some friends on here, right? So, if I get canceled, I get canceled. At least I came out of it, like, with something. I feel like I come out better from the people that I already met. Like, you know, Randy from Randy WSG is a good dude. Jake from Uncommon EDC is a good dude. I met like a lot of cool people, and if I get canceled by Karens, go fuck yourselves because I already won. You know what I'm saying? That's what winners do. We win, and we'll keep winning. So, enough about Karens and their hate. But keep hating, though, because I love that, too. Because the more haters you got, like Cat Williams said, he said the more haters you got, the more pop, you know, that means you're doing something right. So by this time next year, I want to have 100 more haters. So definitely keep hating because it means, you know, I'm doing something right. That's right. But anyway, also, Jake from Uncommon EDC had mentioned something about worked all night, going to bed. Now, all right, man. All right. Hey, be safe and have a good night. I don't know how you work third shift, bro. I couldn't. I tried to do it, just couldn't do it. Like, I just got out of work because my wife's got to go somewhere. I left early, but I couldn't sleep during the day. My dogs are barking, wherever my dog went. She's over there. I don't know. Can you see her? Oh, there she is. She's somewhere in there. Not in the picture. I'm trying to see. Like, there she is. It's over there, way there in the corner asleep. This girl's up in a ball. It's a beagle ball. Yeah. Have a good one, man. But anyway, yeah, it's just Jake was talking about something about preppers. And this is true Budget EDC and prepping, right? And I haven't really done any prepper videos. You just get caught up in other videos like pouches and knives and gear and all that stuff. So I want to try to do some more prepping videos, maybe with A, because we're doing lives every, we're going to change the date. I'm not really sure when, so I don't want to say anything. But yeah, I want to get into that. I did third shift for years, but yeah, that too. That's another thing. If you got a family, it ain't happening, bro. My dogs are so effing loud. I tried to do it, and beagles, man. My dog's literally loud. We were at school today, and they were talking about, do you have an alarm system at home? And I was like, yep. Called 3 Beagles. That's my alarm system. It's BDT, the Beagle Defense System. Whatever, BDS. They're loud. It's hard to do, man. But anyway, I was saying about prepping. I've done a lot of prepping videos, medical videos. There's a lot of prepping, and I feel like the smaller channels are good. Like Randy does some prepping stuff. There's a lot of people doing like some prepping videos, like smaller channels. But when you start getting to the big channels, I feel like they don't know their ass from a hole in the ground. Like, I just feel like these are people that are putting out, like Jake said, they're just putting out fear. Like, oh, you got to buy this, oh, you got to do that, oh, you got to do this, get a gas mask. Oh, my God, oh, the end of the world is coming. I don't think so, bro. I mean, I could be wrong, though. But whatever. I got some stuff to survive if it is the end of the world. But you should basically, You should like seriously where you live. So I'm a CERT coordinator too. So it's Community Emergency Response Team. Response Team. It's part of FEMA, and it's ready.gov type stuff, right? Uh, I put in work for days. Luckily, my PM doesn't know anything else. Yeah, that's true. I have a cousin that's worked nights for as long as I can remember, man. This dude slept the longest I've ever seen anybody sleep. One day he just had to catch up on sleep. This dude slept from like 9 o'clock at night to 9 o'clock at night. I thought he was dead. I was like, bro, like you just slept 24 hours. Like, how the fuck do you even do that? He did it though. It catches up to you though, man. Especially if you get older. But like you said, that's all you know. That's all you know. But yeah, so we're talking about the prepping thing and how a lot of these big channels are like just putting out fear. Just buy this, buy this, buy this. And you don't really need to buy all that stuff. Prepping for a long time. My wife wasn't really involved in it until after the great TP shortage of 2020. And then she really got involved in it, and then we ended up like doubling down and buying more stuff like shelving units for consumable food, non-perishable foods. I mean, not consumable. And then we got another freezer. So now we have 3 freezers just for stuff. You know, we actually have a bread freezer because I have like a ass load of kids and they don't stop eating bread. That's one of the reasons. I mean, we're using the stuff that we buy, we're rotating it, so we rotate so it doesn't ever really get old or go bad. And I feel like that's a good thing if you're going to have a bug-in scenario. The food that you buy for prepping, you're going to keep using, right? So if you buy 20 cans of green beans, yeah, it'll last 5 years, but you know what? Just use it and buy some more. Use it, buy some more. Use it, buy some more. So if something does happen, you're never in old stock. You always got something new, or at least newer, right? You know, same with mayonnaise. Like we have, buy like 5 or 6 mayonnaise. You're not going to use them all right away, but you're going to go through them and don't buy any more until they're gone, and then you start over. Like, so we do a lot of like non-perishable, like stuff like that, like canned vegetables, carrots, green beans, corn, peas, whatever people eat. Then we get a lot of condiments because kids, right? Like ton of ketchup, ton of like salad dressings, like blue cheese or ranch dressing or honey mustard or whatever stuff like that. I'm stockpiled on coffee till like the second coming. I got those big Dunkin' Donuts things my wife bought from BJ's. They were on sale. I got like 6 or 7 of those. I don't even know how much is in that thing. It's got to be like 3 pounds of coffee in each one. But I mean, and then other stuff like cleaning supplies, like right, laundry detergent, um, whatever, man. Whatever you feel, like I can look at myself and see it in my head, like what I got on my shelves. Like we got cereal, like even if you bought stuff like I call them crackhead noodles, but ramen, like Marichan, like that shit never goes bad, bro. You could buy cases of that and stockpile it, and like you're good. You know what I mean? Mountain House, I got Mountain House too. Mountain House, there's another one that they sell at Dick's. I have some of those too. Vinegar never goes bad. That's fine, and it takes rust off of knives too, by the way. And you can acid etch it and give force a patina on knives. I've done that on 15 and 20 carbon steel. Vinegar has a ton of uses, and you can use it for salsa. Put it in your salsa. But there's like so much stuff that they don't tell you about in these prepping, like these larger channels. Like I said, I'm a CERT coordinator, right? So it's associated with FEMA, and it's associated with Homeland Security, and it's associated with ready.gov. And if you go to ready.gov, it gives you all of these scenarios, like disaster scenarios. So you should always like try to prep for where you live and what happens in your area. Like if your area doesn't get struck by flaming comets, then you probably don't need to prepare for flaming comets from the sky. If you get a lot of snow, maybe you should prepare for something like that. Or earthquakes, you should get an earthquake kit. So you should probably try to prepare for what happens in your area. Like we get a lot of rain. Like I don't know, it's been raining for like a year. Like I'm not even kidding. And we're not getting as much snow, but we get high winds. I mean, everybody gets that. You get ice storms. So you just prepare for that. Oh, and just so you know, if you get a lot of snow, and you run out to get water, snow is water. Just so you know. Yeah, you can melt it and drink it. Just saying. I always think when people run out to get water, oh, it's going to be 2 feet of snow. Oh, great. I got plenty of water then. Like, what I'm saying? I'm like, great. I can melt that shit. But, yeah, there's so much stuff you can do to prepare. So I'm going to do more videos on, like, actual real-world prepping. Like, not, like, building a bunker and, What, I mean, maybe you're going to bug out. I have another bug-out location. We have another house somewhere in the ether nobody knows about. So there's stuff there. You know what I'm saying? So if I do have to leave the city, that's outside of the city in a more rural environment. which is what you should do, is get out of the city if there's a shit hit the fan situation, because there's more people here. You want to go somewhere there's less people, and do your whatever you got to do there. There's a water source where I have a house at, so you got just like a ton of things you got to think of, and you know 1 million foot tidal waves probably aren't one of them, or asteroids hitting the Earth. I mean, whatever, dude. I think if an asteroid hit the Earth, you'd be fucked no matter what happened. So it wouldn't matter what you were prepping; you just would eventually die anyway. So, but I do more prepping videos on like real world prepping. Like I do canning. Like you can make jerky. I make jerky, stuff to preserve food. Get a vacuum sealer. Get a dehydrator. I don't know, just stockpile, like I said, non-perishables, and if you can get another freezer, get another freezer. And again, this is all based on your budget too. So you might not have a lot of money, and there's a lot of information online about how you can prep on a budget. So it'll give you like maybe weekly or monthly allotments on how you can do it. Like say, okay, hey, I got $25 this week, and I want to start, prepping something. What can I start prepping? So get canned vegetables, right? Those are non-perishable items. And how much the canned vegetables cost? Like, even if you just get one particular kind, right? So 75 cents for like peas. Like you can get who knows how many cans of peas, 10 of them for $7.50. And if you just only want to, have a certain amount that you're going to get of each one, so get 10 of those, get 10 cans of corn, what's that, $15? And then you can buy something else if you don't want to buy the canned vegetables, whatever. So there wait a minute, what did I just say, 15, 25, you got another $10. I can't count. So do it like that, you know what I mean? Just budget out what you can spend and buy the stuff like that every single week. And if you're going to use it, then rotate it in and out. If you're not going to use it, then just keep track of when you bought it. Because canned goods have like a 5-year shelf life, right? Even longer. I mean, I've eaten 15-year-old MREs. I didn't die. Like, whatever, dude. I mean, so, other stuff like frozen stuff, I don't know, man. Like, you can get freezer burn. It's kind of like, it depends on how hungry you are, I guess. You know what I'm saying? So, 5 years. It's a lot of things say you can freeze it for up to 3 years. So, I mean, if you vacuum seal it, you're obviously going to get longer shelf life out of it, and you can put some sucks the oxygen out. Those little things. I don't even forgot what they're called, but you put these little freaking packets in there, and it's oxygen absorbers. Dumbass. That's when you put those in there. I mean, I've got stuff from friends that have sent to me. It's not frozen, but it's vacuum sealed with O2 absorbers, and I've had it for years, and I could go down there and eat it, and it would still be fine. And I already know that, but I just put it aside, So I try to either do more like real world prepping videos. Hey, what's up, Fook Doozy? Whether I do it with somebody else or whether I do it by myself, whatever. Also, like medical prepping. That's one that nobody ever does. Even on Prepper, I'm on MeWe. So if you go over to MeWe, I have a Prepper site with like 1,500 subscribers. I think it's a group actually, so it's not like YouTube channel, and I have a lot of subscribers on there, and that's basically just posting information about different prepping things. And there's a lot of stuff going on there, and a lot of people over there don't even medical prep. Like nobody, I don't know, they just don't. Like I think people are so concerned on bugging out or bugging in, or I need this much water per person per day, which is 3 gallons of water per person per day, if you're gonna wash, I guess. Like, what I'm saying. And they're focused on that and food, as they should be, right? But you have to focus on other things. So that's where I think that the overwhelming nature of prepping comes into people. They get bombarded with like 30 things at once, and then they're like, I can't even do this at all because I don't have the money or whatever. So you just pick one thing. Like I said, pick non-perishable stuff and spend $25 a week until you're loaded out, and then move on to something else, then pick condiments. And if you guys use a lot of ketchup, whatever, I don't know, or bread or something, whatever you want to do. But pick one thing, spend a certain amount of money on it a week, and then just do that. You'd be surprised how fast it builds up. Even if it was like $25 or whatever you can afford, $10, like whatever, it'll build up. Just don't mess with it. And the same with medical stuff. Like you can get tons of OTC meds, like naproxen. You can get beans. Yeah, you can get dried beans, which are even cheaper. And speaking of sugar, I bought 25 pounds of sugar at Walmart. It's like $9 or $10. It's in a freaking giant sack. So if you eat sugar and you want to have it for long term, you can get that. If you go to a super Walmart or like BJ's or Costco or Sam's Club or something like that, you get all that shit in bulk, man, and just boom, save it. Put it somewhere off the floor. So like if you got mice, you can't really do that with mice. But what we tend to do is we bought totes, and anything that's like a item we put inside the tote, because we don't have a cat anymore. But she used to catch all this shit downstairs, seriously. But you got to. That's another thing you got to prep for, like little rodents that come in and eat your food, things like that. Beans are cheap though, and dried stuff. Like if you can get stuff that's dried, definitely look into that. But like I said, with meds, you can get OTC stuff like NSAIDs, aspirin, naproxen, ibuprofen. They get acetaminophen. Like you can buy lidocaine patches. They're not prescription. It's 1% difference. Prescription lidocaine patches. I got prescription ones, but I got them from a nurse at a nursing home I worked at. I was like, oh, my back hurts. They're like, here you go. I'm like, oh, sweet. So I got those. But you can buy them on Amazon, 4%, which is 1% difference, if that's something you want. You can get other things online, too. I think people are all focused on, like, IVs. Like, oh, I got to learn how to do, IVs and phlebotomy. No. What? Like, no, if shit hits the fan and somebody needs an IV, just step over them and keep moving. I just, like, seriously, there's some things that you're not going to be able to do. Like, you know what I mean? And definitely don't be trying to do that shit yourself. Like, I was on some website and some dude was like, I'm learning how to do IVs on myself. What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, don't do that shit. And going emergencies would be metformin, yeah. That's it, medicine. And sometimes I saw this. I don't know. There's this other guy who was prepping, and he said that you can ask your doctor for extra, and sometimes they'll give it you, which I don't think that ever happens. Like, you know what I'm saying? And the only way that I know how to do it is to miss one day here, one day there, one day. But I'm not on anything like really, really bad. Like, I do know there was a study done with Harvard University and the United States government for the Army, to be exact, and the Army wanted to test the medicine to see what its potency was years and years and years past its expiration date. What's up, Ashton? And doctors might, right? Yeah, that's true. I'm just saying, like maintenance meds, blood pressure meds, heart meds, stuff like that. Stuff that's gonna keep you going. Not like opiates. They're not going to give you that shit, but or pain meds or anything like that. But I mean, like actual maintenance meds that you need. Like you can get more of. Obviously, you're not taking nitro to get high, right? You need that shit. Like you're not taking things like that. But there's that study. The FDA puts expiration dates on things, and the Army wanted to check some of their stuff that was 20, 30, 40, 50 years old with Harvard, and they went in, they did this testing on like all of these meds that were like really old meds, and it said that it lost 2 to 3% of its potency. And I know I deal with nurses all the time, every day, like, right, and I know nurses that save their stuff. They have antibiotics that are old. They even say it. Everybody in the medical field knows that the shit does not really go bad. It's just to cover people's asses, to cover the manufacturer's ass, to cover wherever you're working's ass. If you're like on a, in a hospital or somewhere else, and they say, hey, well, we gave him a blood pressure medicine and it was expired and it killed him. No, it didn't. Like, but you know what I'm saying? It's just to cover your ass. So, you can still use stuff. Yeah, it keeps people spending too, because then they think, I don't know, they got to get more and more and more. So there's ways to build up meds. But also, you can take like 600 milligrams of ibuprofen and 1,000 milligrams of acetaminophen, and you basically made a Vicodin. So there's ways to make stuff like, pain mount if you're in pain, chronic pain or something like that. But naproxen, over the counter stuff. Stuff is gonna get blood thinners. Aspirin's a blood thinner. If you can't get blood thinners, like you're on Coumadin or warfarin or something, and you can't get that because shit hits the fan, you can use other things. One of the best things you can have is I have a shelf full of like prepping books and medical books. I have like old school medical books from like country doctors, like shit where they didn't have a lot of stuff back then, and they were using stuff like herbs and like ginger's a natural antiviral and honey is naturally antibacterial. Like they were using stuff like that, and it's good to have that stuff. I went to school. I took a holistic. You should always make sure that um, yeah, there's no interaction. Like if you can't figure it out yourself, I just got been doing that, man. I did it in the beginning, and then it came back. So I don't know why it's not. I mean, I'm on internet. Let me just make sure right here. Balls out here. As long as it works for a little bit longer, I'll probably get off pretty soon. But yeah, so there's lots of things you can do to prep. But like I said, I got a bookshelf full of stuff, and I think that's one of the best things is knowledge because if you don't know how to do it, it's not going to help you. Like same with medical. If you don't have any, at least basic first aid, right? That's the best thing to do is take a basic first aid class. I mean, if you don't need advanced first aid, then don't take it. But I would recommend advanced first aid. The classes are like 50, $60. They're not a lot. You can do them online. It's different when you're a first responder. You have to take it in Massachusetts. You have to take, like when I was a firefighter, you had to take the classes in person, right? But when you go into nursing, you can take them online. And when you're nursing, if you've already taken the class multiple times, which I have, they allow you to skip right to the test. And if you pass it, you pass it, which I did. And because it's stuff. Yeah, I'm in Mass now. Yep, I'm from New York originally, but I'm literally like 14 miles from the border. So my county touches Vermont at the top on North County and touches Connecticut on South County, and then it runs along New York. So I'm in and out of 3 different states at any given time. Like seriously, that's why it's hard to, if you're carrying. I'm going to New York, or I'm going where Vermont don't care though, but New York are a bunch of Nazis. Yeah, so Worcester, Berkshire County. I'm in Berkshire County. Oh, you're not even that far, bro. 2 hours. That's cool shit. I have to hang out sometime or something to meet in Springfield. Like that's cool shit. That's always good. It's not a lot of people. I think Surviving the Daily's from Connecticut, so he's always in this area too. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, Worcester County. So I'm on the edge, very edge. Proper knowledge is important. Oh yeah, that's it, man. Golden Corral. Yeah, I like Golden Corral. We don't got no Golden Corral here. There's not even one in Albany anymore, I don't think. Every time I go away, I go to one, though. Like, we used to go to Myrtle Beach all the time. There's one down there. I'm going to Florida. I don't know if I saw one in Florida. Maybe. I wasn't really looking for one either. So, yeah, it's the best thing is just knowledge. Like I said, medical knowledge, you know, anything. Knowledge on how to build shelters. Um, Knowledge on how to build bug out bags if you need a go bag. I don't even like calling it a bug out bag because it sounds just ridiculous. Like, but I get it. You got to bug out, right? I call it a go bag because you got to go. Like, you know what I'm saying? I have mine. I have a tent in my truck. I have a sleeping bag in my trunk, and I have a whole bunch of survival stuff in there. So that's a whole nother vehicle prepping, right? Like your kit, like your vehicle kit or whatever. So there's like, it's overwhelming, right? And if you carry medical supplies in your kit, then you know how to use your. True, that's true. And it's funny because there's a lot of first responder agencies that I've dealt with where the people aren't trained and they're out of certification and they really don't know what's going on. And it's like I kind of had to get out of it, man. And honestly, it was because of a nurse that I work with who was like, that if they do something and somebody gets injured and you're going to get your nursing license, they're going to lump you in with that and you're not going to pass your NCLEX because the nursing board isn't going to allow you to, like, they're going to know. They're going to be like, why were you involved with these guys when they did this? And I was like, fuck that. So I got out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's sad, it's scary, actually, that, like, places that are actual first responder companies like fire departments and whatever that they're just not up to training. They're just not trained. They're just not. And a lot of it's not their fault. A lot of it is poor leadership though, which is I don't got no time for that. I couldn't. I was like I gotta go. I'm like on top of being trained. Like once you get into nursing and stuff like that, you're paying for your own shit. I paid for my own certifications. I paid for my own CPR. I paid for my own advanced first aid. I'm certified for healthcare, BLS, infant, child, and adult. I did all that shit myself because I'm on it. I'm like anal about that shit, right? Which I'm just one dude. So it aggravates me that like a fire department or a whatever department isn't. Like, what? Like, you guys should be on that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because you're going to medical calls and you're going to do CPR and you're going to do this stuff. And you do CPR, you know what happens when you do CPR? You break ribs, right? And say you break somebody's rib and they're just a friggin' Karen. And they're like, well, this guy broke my ribs and he's doing CPR. Oh, wait, guess what? He's not certified. Oh, nice. Like, that's fucking great, right? You're protecting yourself with a sort of, I mean, there is a good Samaritan law, but if you're acting as a first responder with a company that is responding to something like that, and you fuck it up and you're not certified, you're done, dude. Like, and so is the fire department or wherever you're working for. Um, so you got to watch out for that. And in Mass, you always have to be a certified first responder. So if you're a first responder and you're on a fire department in Massachusetts, all you do is show up to accidents, fires, things like that. You're stretcher fetcher, right? If you are a certified first responder, you go on medical calls. That means you're just trained to a level higher than just BLS. I mean, even though you are BLS, you're more trained to like an advanced first aid instead of basic first aid, and then you have like high quality CPR training. So if you respond to a medical emergency outside of a hospital setting, you're a certified first responder as long as you're certified, which is what I do, right? Because I'm medical at a school, so any medical event that happens, it's not in a hospital. So yeah, you just gotta get trained, stay trained. Like seriously, it's a perishable skill for real. That's why in Mass you have to recertify every 2 years in order to stay a certified first responder, so that you keep your, your knowledge level up and whatever else. And I do shit on my own too. Like I started dealing with a lot of kids that have seizures, so I took seizure classes. I wasn't told I had to do that. I have to take one seizure class every single year, and that's because the school makes you, right. It's a epilepsy foundation, so I have to take that. I have to take epi every single year and Narcan every single year, because there's people in the building in the school that have anaphylactic reactions, and they actually had to Narcan a kid because they thought he was on something one day. So you have to know all that stuff. That's every single year. So, and it's not even a year, right? So I'll be trained, and then September comes, I got to redo it. So, yeah, work stuff. Oh yeah, yeah. I thought we don't got a lot of people on here now, but that's cool. Yeah, I forgot you're working, right? I went home, so I'm good. But yeah, there's a lot of training involved, and it's not like it's rocket science. It's just whatever, man. I don't know. Yeah, that's cool. That I mean, you don't have to be a first responder. That's what I think people think that like you have to have a job that entails that, and it's not even true. Like you could just be Joe Smo, and you just want to be able to be ready for whatever happens, and that's how it is. I mean, you could be driving down the street, somebody could have a medical emergency in their vehicle, and you can get out and help because you're trained, right? So that's cool. um I was driving one day, I was coming home, I had my kids in the car, and this guy was on the side of the road waving. And at that time I was still in the fire department, and I had lights. So I was like, which I actually still got lights, I never took them out, but I gotta get rid of them. I wasn't gonna stop, dude, because I had my kids, and I was like, I was just like, I gotta stop. So I turned around, I stopped, turned my lights on, and I called MSP, and the dude just had no cell service, and his phone wouldn't work, so it wasn't nothing serious. But like, you don't know that shit, right? It's a dude waving his arms outside on the side of the road, like people are blowing past him, like a bunch of assholes. Like, what I'm saying? I'm a first responder, so I was like, I kind of felt like I had to stop, so I did, and it was nothing serious, but you don't know that. So there's a lot of heroin, right, in this area. And they actually have an initiative where they're putting it on billboards that they want everybody to carry Narcan, like everybody. You're in Worcester County, like like what I'm saying, Hook doozy, right? They put Narcan on telephone poles now. There's boxes where there's telephone poles, and yeah, so you're Narcan certified ain't shit. It's a 4 milligram nasal inhale. You just push it up their nose and pull on it. It's it. They changed it too. First responders used to only be able to administer 8 milligrams. Now you can administer 16. But if you're a dope fiend, you don't got no amount that you can administer, right? So it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But whatever. Like they'll give like restrictions to the people that are helping, but the people that are doing drugs with you, nah, you can do whatever you want. Give them 100 Narcans. Fuck it. Like Narcan overdose them. Like whatever, which you can't do, I don't think. Um, so yeah, it's not just to be a first responder, because you know what? In all reality, if something happens and you're the first person on scene, you're the first responder. I think Skinny Medic, Dennis, me and Dennis were talking about Skinny Medic. He calls you the initial responder. Like, right? So you are. Like, if you're the first person on scene, you're the initial responder. You're the first person there. No matter if you're a first responder, a firefighter, a law enforcement, no matter what the F you do, you're a first responder. And what's funny to me is they don't consider nurses first responder. I work with these people in school every day, and they respond to emergencies that are medical outside of a hospital setting. And I don't give a fuck what you say, they're first responders, certified first responders. They are, because just because they're nurses doesn't mean they're not responding to medical emergencies. They actually are, like more so, right? And you don't have to be a first responder. You don't have to be a nurse. You don't have to be a doctor. You can be a teacher. You can be whoever. Skinny Medic is good, right? Yeah, definitely got some good stuff. He had a good IFAC video for Trauma Kit, and it's old though. It's like 2 or 3 years old, and it told you basically what you should put in it. And I think it's a really good video. Like, there's stuff that you don't need. You see people putting stuff in their trauma kits. It's like, I don't think you need that. I don't even call it an IFAC because mine's not an IFAC. Right? I have a jump bag, but I have a trauma kit in my truck, and I put stuff in there for other people. Because, like I said, you'd be driving down the street and there's a car accident or some shit. Like, you know what I mean? And you might not have your jump bag with you, but you got your other bag with you. I got a stop the bleed kit in my truck. I got a trauma kit in my truck. I got boo boo kits in there. I'm good. Like, I'm all right. So it's just because I was a first responder and I did respond in POV with my own lights. So, whatever. But it's a good habit to get in. Is to either carry, if you're legally, fire legally, illegal, whatever. All firearms restrictions are unconstitutional. So, thou shalt not infringe, right? Yeah. So if you're carrying, you should have some kind of med kit with you, whether it's an IFAC, if you want to call it a trauma kit, whatever the fuck you want to call it. You should have something like a tourniquet. You should have compressed gauze. You should have gauze. You can have a compression bandage. Just even if it's small stuff, I got it in my bag. Only reason I carry it in my bag because I'm in a school and people are active shooters, and we have a ton of stop the bleed kits, but they're all over the building, and you might not be near one. So I have my own shit that I carry because what if I'm not near one? Like I don't even know where there is one on my floor, right? So I'm like, nah, I'm not cool with that. I'm gonna carry my own shit. So I got like a North American Rescue compression bandage. I got a tourniquet and I got EMS gauze. So even with that, like I could help one person, like what I'm saying, but I'm good. So it's always good to be prepared because you know what? If you're prepared and nothing happens, then you win because nothing happened and you were ready. But if you're not prepared and shit happens, you're fucked because you're not ready. You don't have nothing, right? So think of it that way. What is it better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war, right? So it's the same mentality. Like if you're ready and nothing happens, whatever, you're good. So yeah, I'll get into more like prepping, medical prepping, and whatever, just random prepping videos, I guess. Yeah, people don't get that. I don't know. They're like not ready, and then that's why there's all of this hysteria about prepping and people that don't prep because they're like, what, these guys are going to come to your house and they're going to try to get into your house because you're ready and they're not. I mean, I'm pretty lucky because my neighbor is also a prepper, so we're good. We build a fortress on the corner of the block here. Like, you know what I mean? I didn't carry a med kit, hoping to use it. I don't carry a med kit, hoping to use it. Right, exactly. I was confused there for a second. I was like, what? I carry it and hope I don't need it. Right. I mean, I don't know. I used to carry one on me all the time, and I don't carry it actually on me sometimes when I'm not like at work, but I do have it in my truck, so it's in my vehicle, right? So I have one no matter what. Yeah, better to have it and not need it than to need it. Right? That's it. It's exactly. I don't think like Fukuzi was saying, like people don't. Yeah, I don't know. They don't understand that. They just want to wait till something happens and then run around in circles. So it's better to be proactive than reactive, right? Yeah, because if you're reacting, it's too late. It already happened, and you're not ready. Like, right? If you're proactive, then you have the things you need in case something happens. Like, you think I carry a tent in my truck and a sleeping bag because I'm wanting to sleep outside because I get in an accident? No. Like, we figure you go off the road, like I'm planning on doing that shit? No, not really. But I have it because if I do, I'm good. I also have a tarp system in there with some bungee cords to make a rain fly if I have to, or put down on the ground for the tent to be on. I got fire starters. I got a big ass GI Tanto from Cold Steel in there. Speaking of Cold Steel, because I was talking about this earlier, I got this Jungle Dart personal self defense thing that's non detectable if you take the metal ring off. A lot of states have laws that they made about undetectable weapons and how they're illegal. But again, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. That's an infringement. I'm not telling you to disobey the law. I'm telling you to resist tyranny at all costs. Anyway, my wife used to make fun of me for carrying them. Dude, you know what's funny about that? My wife did too. She was like, how many power banks do you have, dude? And I was like, I don't know, one in every bag. I got a whole bunch of them. I was like, I literally, every time I buy a new bag, I like buy a new power bank. And I put it in there with another friggin' like cable kit or something like that. And I bought her one, and she uses that shit in the living room. And I have another older solar one, so I charge that one for her too. Now she's like, "Oh, can you charge this one? Can you charge that?" So she rotates between two. So now, oh yeah, you're all about that shit, right? You know what I'm saying? And my son, we had a power outage. It was last year or the year before, and we were out of power for 11 hours because of snow. And I wasn't trying to pull out the generator. I just wasn't. I don't know. But I ended up doing it at the end. And my son was like, I gave him a power bank. He has two of them, I think. And he was like, "Yeah, power bank." I was like, "Yeah, so do you." He was like, "Mine aren't charged." I'm like, "It's like you're fucking beat, bro." I was like, "This will teach you a lesson to charge them shits." Because he was like, "How's your phone still working?" I'm like, "Because I have like 8 fucking power banks that are all charged." Like, you know what I'm saying? Everywhere. You need a flashlight because I got like 50 of those, and those are all charged too. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, you just have to be ready. There is no shortage of flashlights, knives, or power banks in my house, like, or food, for that matter. Like, really. All sorts of stuff. Yeah, power banks are like, seriously, man. I have the main bag. I don't even have it in here, but my main bag that I use for work is an alpaca gear. It's like a 26-liter Elements backpack, and I have a Deodrio wax canvas bag, and in that bag I have two power banks, 10,000 mAh. They're both anchors. And then I got a cable kit. I got my earbuds that I use in that bag, and some dude wipes because I put dude wipes everywhere too. Like because I work with kids in special ed medical, so kids are always eating and get food all over their faces. So I like literally have dude wipes everywhere, and plus they can stop people from bleeding. I didn't have band aids one time, and I gave a girl a dude wipe. So I mean, you can use them for everything. Oh, that's cool, man. What is it, a Generac? Because those fuckers are like $13,000. I don't have. I gotta get that. I heard that it's not that much. When I was in the fire department, they had a transfer switch, and when power would go out down there, I would just have they would call me to go down there, and I'd pull it outside, and I would hook it into the transfer. You plug it right into the building, and then you go inside, switch over the breakers and stuff. I definitely want to do that because I do have a Sportsman's generator though, and that's what I use. I pulled it out, and it was fine. Oh, you don't have a cool one. Oh. Oh, all right, yeah. Mine isn't either. This is why I was like, oh, that's cool. I was like, no, those Generacs. My mother-in-law was gonna get one because they live in a forest, and they're like 13 grand. But if power goes out, you are living large because everybody else is fucking out, and you're good because that shit just kicks on. Like, but they're like super expensive, man. But they need it out there because when power goes out for them, it's out for like days. Like they got a little Honda, but I mean, and that works. But they don't. I don't. I think they do have a transfer switch in their house, but they should get that Generac. I mean, if you got the money and you live in a place like that, like the state forests in Massachusetts, man, are like straight up woods. Like seriously, and you ain't getting help for a while. And that's another thing. You should be prepared because a lot of these towns, like where I'm at in Mass, Western Mass, they don't have like a good response time. It takes an average of 15 minutes for first responders to arrive on a call, especially if you live in a rural area. It could be even longer. And some rural municipalities don't even have fire departments. They have to call other ones. So you should be ready to at least be able to do something initially. Like he said, initial responder, because, if there's an earthquake, not that we have earthquakes, but if the roads are blocked or knocked down, power goes out, there's lines across, then they can't get to you, that's going to take even more time, right? So there could be a possibility that help is not coming and you need to self rescue. And you should be able to do that. Like, seriously. Grit is old and fear is hip. So, I don't know. It's a good thing. I like talking about it. It's interesting to me. Um, oh, yeah. It's fucking dogs. My dog my dog keeps puking on my couch. My wife bought this friggin' brand new couch cover quilted thing over because we got a new couch, and my dog keeps puking on it. She's like, fucking Parker keeps puking on the bed. I'm like, they eat shit, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Wood, they eat poop. Like, of course they're gonna puke on stuff. Hey, you need to be your own first responder. Absolutely. One of the times, even if someone else. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. Uh, I don't know. I guess some people just don't think anything's gonna happen. Maybe I don't know, or maybe they're afraid. I don't know. I know a lot of nurses that are not trauma nurses that don't want anything to do with trauma. which is weird. But like whatever, I get it. You got to be built for it. If you're not, you're not. I understand. Where they're passing people off to me like, here you go, this kid cut his finger off almost. This is all you, Rich. And I'm like, what? Like, it's okay. Like, but then don't listen to me what I say to do after I fix it. Like, right? Like, you should dermabond that. Oh no, we gotta call a doctor. Oh, now we gotta call a doctor, right? So the doctor comes and I go, what are you gonna do? Oh, we should dermabond it. Oh, what the fuck? That's what the fuck I just said. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you should be prepared. And even if you don't like to do it, you should just know how to do it. And I'm not saying they don't know how to do it. They know how to do it. Some people just don't like doing things like that. Um, you have to be your own first responder. I think that's awesome. I honestly, personally think like CERT people too, because I'm on a disaster response team too. I'm on Team Rubicon, right? And they deploy you like I try to stay in Mass and the Northeast, like New England, and you go for like flooding and you help out like stuff like that. I also work for a company that does. It's hard to explain. It's like obstacle courses, extreme sports. I'm medical for them, right? So we go to different states, like mostly Northeast and Vermont, a lot of Vermont and Massachusetts, and they do like these extreme sports, bike races, and people have like trauma. Or you can work in the boo boo tent, like whatever. If you don't want to do the trauma stuff with the EMS guys, you can say, nah, we'll do the nurse gig and go to the boo boo tent. But nah, I don't want to do that. It's no fun. So you can do that too. Not that you're expecting something bad to happen. Right. Right. That's what I'm saying. You got to be proactive and not be reactive because if you're reacting, that's already over. It's just too late. Um, and like Ann said, you got to just be your own first responder. You got to be able to do stuff. Like, you can't sit here and wait for somebody if you're bleeding. Like, if it's an arterial bleed. I mean, if it's like a capillary bleed or a venous bleed, you'll be all right. Just friggin' tape it up or something. I don't know, throw some dirt on it. But like, like that's why I'm saying if you're like carrying legally firearms and you accidentally shoot yourself in the leg, you gotta know what to do and what to have on you in order to stop that from bleeding, bro. There's a video that I did a stop the bleed course one time. I instructed it at a local gun club, and there's a video on YouTube. Police officer's body cam. Guy went to the bathroom. He's a legal firearms owner. He's carrying, and he shot himself in the leg when he was going to the bathroom. I don't know how it happened, but it showed the cop came in and he had to put the tourniquet on him and everything. And I showed that video because it's possible. Shit happens. It's crazy, but it does happen. Same with knife people. You could, I don't know, somehow really hurt yourself. I I got a Spidey scar. So when I first got my first Spyderco knife, I got a PM3 lightweight, and my son cut himself really bad, and came out into the room. He went all the way into the kitchen for my wife, bleeding. There's blood drops all over the hall. Came all the way back. She sent him to me. She said, "Go see him." So he comes to me, and I had gauze, woven gauze, and cling on top of the cabinet, medicine cabinet. So I said, "Let me see," and he showed it to me. And my wife's like, "How is it? Is it bad?" I'm like, "I can see the white meat. It's not good." She's like, "Does he need stitches?" I'm like, "I got Dermabond. I can fix that shit." And she's like, "No, dude." I was like, "All right, I'll tighten it up." So I had him clean his hand off, and then I wrapped it, I gauzed it, I wrapped it, I gauzed it, I wrapped it, I gauzed it, I tied it off, and I said, "It'll stop by the time you get to the hospital, bro." Because he was like, "Is it gonna stop?" I'm like, "It's gonna stop before you get to the hospital." So he went. And he was at the hospital, and the doctor came in. She was like attending, and she was like, "Bro, who put this wrap on him?" And my wife was like, "My husband's a first responder and stop the bleed instructor." She's like, "That shit is healing around the bandage already. Tell him good job." I was like, "Sweet, I got a friggin' thumbs up from the ED doctor. That's awesome, bro." So. But you got to know how to do that shit, right? I mean, yeah, I'm in medical. Yeah, I was a first responder, but it's not rocket science, dude. It was gauze, cling, gauze, cling, gauze, cling, wrap it tight, pull it tight. What's the best way to stop bleeding? Pressure, right? So, still, like, you know what I mean? So apply pressure, and that's what I did. It was not manual pressure. It was pressure that was being exerted on it from the tie that I did and the wrapping, right? That's why it's cling. You pull it tight. Pull it tight. Compression was what was putting the force on it. So yeah, it's just shit that you know and you learn, and you don't learn it right away, but that's why you have books. You know what I mean? And I mean, there's plenty of shit in the books I have that I don't really know. Like if I needed it, they're good reference books, though, right? I have good homesteading. That's another part of prepping is homesteading gardens. I can't grow shit. Like seriously, I literally can't. Like, oh, back. Yeah. Yeah, and that's it too. A lot of people don't want to do it, and they think they're going to get in trouble. There's a good Samaritan rule. Um, I don't know. Sorry about that. Compression goes for a reason, seriously. But yeah, a lot of people just keep going. You know what I mean? Like I said, when I was driving by that guy and he was outside waving his arms, even I wasn't going to stop. But I was like, it's shitty, dude. I'm a first responder. I got to stop. So I turned around, but people kept going. Like, you know what I mean? Wow, that's cool. Awesome. Yeah, but anyway, I had that spider co, and it was right after my son did that. And I was like, dude, don't play with knives. Fucking cut yourself, blah, blah, blah. And I have a spider co PM3 right here. And then I had the Hogue Deca, and I was comparing them for closing action, right? And I dropped it. And it went right into my leg. It stuck right into my shin, and I was like, oh. I pulled that shit out. I went back in the bathroom. I got the cling. I got the gauze. I wrapped my leg. My wife's like, fuck did you do to your leg? I was like, ah. I dropped the knife into my leg, dude. She was like, didn't you just tell him not to play with knives? I was like, shut up. Like, seriously. So I have a scar from that, so that's funny. And then she goes, well, how did you bandage his finger up so fast? I was like, oh, I got cling gauze and regular gauze pads on top of the medicine cabinet. And she was like, dude, of course you do, right? I'm like, just whatever, bro. You gotta have it. Like, what if I didn't have it up there? I'd have had to go looking for that shit. I had to pull my jump bag out from under my table. I got it in there, but then it's faster if it's right there at hand, right? Like, you know what I mean? Situation on job sites. Yeah, I've had people on job sites do crazy shit and come to me like, if you go to I've had just a whole bunch of different stuff happen. I've worked at facilities where they didn't have a nurse on duty, so they sent kids to me. Nice to see you. This is Ann the Vine Climber. If you want to know anything about Ann and her knowledge about SAKs, go to Vine Climber and check out her SAK videos, which are awesome. And she knows all about them, which is cool. She's got way more than I got. I only got 13 or 12. I thought I had 13. I apparently only have 12, unless I lost one. But whatever. You know what, Ann? Do you have a compact? I never seen you put a compact on, actually. I wonder what you think of it, because I've had it for a while, and I'm not overly impressed, but it's, I think you just get used to it. Like, you have it for so long, and it's a 2-layer, it has the scissors, and is it the best EDC urban, SAK ever? I don't know, but you get used to it, like, you know what I mean? So interesting to see if you have one and what you think. I actually like the climber better, but whatever. So yeah, that's another thing. Tools for preparation, like knives and axes. And I know everybody wants to bushcraft and carry a big knife and chop down trees with it, but that's not what knives are for. Knives are for cutting. Axes are for chopping. Absolutely. Illuminati Ninja. What's up, Ninja? What's up, Maya? What's going on? So yeah, I have like a tomahawk. I got SOG tactical tomahawk. I got another one, another tomahawk on my go bag. Segoglin Jack. The compact is that's what I do with mine too. Inside the house carry. Definitely. Use them or lose them. It's a good, I mean, I'm not saying it's not a good outside urban EDC knife. It is, but I feel like a lot of people I don't know, they make it into more than it really is. Like, I just feel like some people are just like, oh my god, the compact's the best knife ever. And I'm like, I don't know about that, but it's a cool knife. You know what I mean? It's cool. But it's the tools too. Like, right, you gotta have the proper tools. Like, so, whatever tools you have, I have a bunch of axes downstairs. I have tomahawks up here. I have a machete, a Gerber Gator. I mean, I probably don't need that, but whatever, is a gift actually. Like, so was the tomahawk. I got a tomahawk for Secret Santa present one time, so that was pretty cool. I said to my wife, I came home from work. She was like, "What'd you get for your Secret Santa gift?" I was like, "SOG tactical tomahawk." She was like, "Shut up!" I was like, "Seriously, dude bought me a tomahawk." I was like, so that was pretty cool, and it's cool because I gave whoever was my guy, I gave him a knife. So, yep. Hey, Kathleen Smith, how you doing? So yeah, so like I just when I started doing videos, it was really about knives, but then I kind of got off of that and into whatever. You just get caught up in other stuff like pouches. Pouches are prep too. I just feel that everything EDC is prepping. Like, everything that you have on you is you being prepared for the day. So it's really EDP, like I was calling it, everyday prepping. And I stopped calling it that because I looked up EDP on YouTube, and EDP was some kind of child molesting dude. So I was like, yeah, I'm not going to use that anymore. So, yeah, but it is everyday prepping, though. Like, you know, you carry stuff because you need it, right? Or you think you're going to need it. Again, being proactive, not reactive. I got to review this light. I just got this sent to me. This is the L50 by Woobin. This is a big ass flashlight, but it's almost 5.5 inches long. Strangely enough, though, if you wear like EMS cargos or nursing pants or scrubs, nursing cargos, it actually fits in your pocket really good because the cargos have a slanted pocket, and it actually works pretty good. So I've been carrying this week. It was hard. I know Dennis is carrying the flat flashlights. It was hard to switch from that light because I like flat flashlights. They're okay. But I was like, oh, I got to try this out. I'll test it out and everything. And it's good. If you're law enforcement or like fire department or EMS or something like that, this would be a good light to pick up. It's only $31. It's 1,200 lumens max. It's good. You can grab it. You can, I mean, if you have the cargos on, you'd be fine. But if you have like a plate carrier or something or a vest, you can hook it on your vest. Pretty good. Yeah, I am going to do it. I was going to do it today or tomorrow. I actually was going to do it today. Then I had the Karen moment, and I was like, this friggin' dude, bro. And I forgot about it. But I am going to do it. It's in an alpaca bag that I don't really like, actually. It's another one. I got quite a few of them that I was like, I don't like this bag, so I'm going to use it for this. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm going to do that. I think it's the Airsling V2. Airsling V2. I'm actually going to have to look it up because I forgot the name of the bag even. This has been in the back of my truck. I have my fire department bag that had my turnout gear in it, and I kind of kept that bag in there, and I put other bags in that bag. So now I got like a large duffel bag, says fire department on it, but it's filled with smaller trauma bags. So inside there is a trauma kit bag, a stop the bleed bag, and some other stuff. So yeah, I am gonna do that though. Jan's favorites are prepared, right? Yeah, it's just like I said. There's like it just never ends though. I can't even talk. Preparedness is super like expansive. Like it just gets bigger and bigger because you start off with a bug out bag, right? That's what you're like. I gotta get a bug out bag or a go bag, and then you're like, well, now I need a vehicle kit, right? So you got to do that, and then you're like, well, now I need medical stuff, so now I got to do that. And now I got to do prepping for my house, so now I need to bug in stuff. So I got to get food, I got to get all this stuff and water, and I got to get whatever. It just comes together after a while. I'm happy with the set. Yeah, that's cool. I'm glad. I like the bag setup, so I have another one. I just didn't like that material, that Kodra HT. But I do like I think it's VX21 or VX41. But anyway, it's a VX laminate, the one that I have, but it's still the Go Sling Mini, and they're 4 liters, and the inside is ripstop nylon 210D, and that Kodra HT, I don't know if they have a denier on it. I don't know if I saw a denier, but it's similar to Cordura. So, oh, you're welcome. Yeah, no problem, man. I probably got other ones you can have too. Like I'm not even kidding. Like I got a tote sitting like right over there that's filled with bags, and I'm like I can't even carry them all. Yeah, it is a little janky, man. I don't know. I mean, it's funny too because I was gonna give that bag to my wife, and she's gonna use it as a what do you call it? A toiletry bag, and because it would make a good toiletry bag, right? Because it's got the handle and everything. And then she was like messing with it, and it got stuff all over, and it got all scratchy. And she was like, "Yeah, I don't like this bag, bro." I was like, "Me either, dude." I was like, "I can't even deal with it." So I just put it in that tote, and I left it in there. So that's why when you were like, you wanted to use a bag, I was like, "Bro, I got," you know what I mean? It's a good setup. I like the size of the bag. I like the setup of the bag. I just didn't like that material. But then when I got the OD green one in the VX material, I was like, "Fucking bag is awesome, dude." But now I'm using the Fjallraven bags. And those are great too. So I mean, I don't know. I like the nylon, and it's a lot like it's stretchier. Like, I mean, I'm not trying to jam it out either, but I mean, you can if you have to, though, right? Like the thing that alpaca does that annoys me is they'll put a pocket behind a pocket behind a pocket. So if you put something in this pocket, it'll bulk this pocket out. Now you can't use this pocket. Like that annoys the shit out of me. And they do it with all their bags. Like, and there's always that stupid laptop freaking thing in there too. That's not needed in every bag. So Fjallraven doesn't do that. They just make bags, for outdoors, and I like that. CBA company, I don't. Oh, I seen that. Did EDCQ talk about that? I want to check those guys out. It's nice, right? And it wasn't a lot. I think it was like $50, right? I think I'm gonna have to check that out, Jack. I'm gonna have to go back to her video and get the link. I need a new bag. The one you showed yesterday is a good value. I can't really afford much. Yeah, if you want, um, that one's $10. I put the video link on that one, the Amazon link, I mean, and that was 9.90. So that's a good pouch. It's five. I didn't actually mention it, but that Y Ship Matrix pouch is 500D nylon, so that's actually pretty good. It's a good setup and it's a good material. YKK zipper is 500D nylon for $9.90 is pretty good. But thinking of bags that I have, I could send you a bag. Actually, if you don't, I can send you a bag. I mean, if you want to buy one, that's fine, but I can send you one because I have bags I'm not even using seriously. So just email me, Kathleen, and give me your information, and I'll talk to you through the email or whatever, and I can see what size bag you need because I have bags that are like 10-liter bags. I have bags that are like 5-liter bags. I have bags that are in a tote. So just let me know, and I'll get you something. Seriously. Um, Hey, all right, man, Dennis. I'll try to call you later or something, man. I know you called the other day and I missed it, and then I forget. Like I was like, oh, I gotta call Dennis back, and now here it is 4 days later. Dementia, bro. My bad. But thanks for stopping by, man. Go check out Dennis EDC for Fun's video on the bag that he just got. It's a Go Sling Mini. It's a cool bag. He's got a good setup. Check it out. Um, Putting together go bag, emergency bag, just to grab. Yeah, it's cool, man. That's yeah, absolutely awesome. You know what's a good one is the oh man, it's a 511 bag. It is the 511. I can't think of the name of it though. It's only like this big. It's crap. I got it. I've done a video on it, but it was like a way long time ago, and it's a little bit pricier though. It's like $35 for a small bag this big, but it stretches and there's a pocket in the front and there's a pocket inside of it, and it's great size for like a for a stop the bleed kit because you can put compressed gauze in there, you can put a tourniquet in it, and I have some other stuff in there, and it's good. Ah, damn, I can't remember the name of it. You type in small 511 pouch, it'll come up, whatever. Or go back to the video that I did like 2 years ago. I don't even know where it is. It's on there though. But yeah, definitely, Kathleen, no problem. I mean, I got, like I said, I got a bunch of stuff, and I mean, I don't know what kind of bag you want though. I mean, they're mostly crossbody bags. I have like a 1 liter one. I have I have a bunch of them, man. I don't know. I have this style that looks kind of like up and down. It's hard to. It's like a vertical, not a horizontal one. So just let me know. Whatever. I'll see what you need. But I do have small ones. I do have larger ones, and yeah, email me. It's on the about section of my video, and let me know what you're thinking, and I'll see what I got. Um, I'm just using a random back. Dude, seriously, backpacks are great. You know what? I never thought I would like backpacks. I really just. I don't know. Just I don't. I like crossbody bags, but Alpaca sent me so much stuff. I got so many bags. Um, all right. Cool. Yeah, definitely email me. Um, Alpaca sent me so many bags that I had one, and my wife was going to use it, and then she was like, I don't want it. And I was like, whatever. So now I got an extra bag. It's like a $200 backpack, right? So I was like, I'm just going to use this for work. So it's got a laptop slip. The one time that I actually need a laptop space, because I got to put my Chromebook in there from work. So I put it in there because I don't like carrying a bunch of stuff, right? So I got to carry a thermos of coffee. You know, I got the backpack on. I got my lunchbox on. It's a sling bag, and the only thing I'm really carrying is a coffee now. Sweet, right? Everything's in my backpack, and I really like it a lot, actually. It's awesome. No, mine's not tactile. Mine's literally it's a black alpaca Elements. They don't even make it anymore. They stopped making it. It's the Elements backpack, and it was like 180, and it went way down because they're like phasing it out. And now they have like an Elements travel backpack that's like 250. So if you got like one of those Elements ones, it's a good backpack, like 26 liters. I think that when YouTube pays me out coming this month, I want to get a smaller backpack because even 26 liters is kind of too much for mine. I want to get like a 20 liter. It's called a Schoolie. It's by Fall. I can't even say the word. Fjallraven, and I like Fjallraven, man. I like their stuff. They got different materials. They got Konkin. They have the High Coastline, and I think the School 20 is High Coastline. But they got some solid stuff. This shit's expensive though, man. Like their clothes are crazy. I think that backpack, that School 20, the School 28, it's like 60 to 80 bucks, which isn't horrible, but like, you know what I mean? Still, some people can't pay that, you know what I mean? I get it. So yeah. Small crossbody. That's cool. Yeah, if you send me the email, Kathleen, I can like take some pictures of stuff that I got and I can like send it back to you as an attachment, and you can say, hey, I want this one or that one or this one or that one. And just let me know and I'll get it out to you. So yeah, no problem. Yeah, I don't use anything tactical actually. I mean, I have it's a small crossbody, 3 liter, Fjallraven High Coast crossbody, and that's a good one. And then I got a Fjallraven Konkin hip pack that is 2 liters, and then I have the Alpaca Ghost Sling Mini and VX. That's 4 liters. So I have two, three, four. I have a 1 liter too, but I don't really like use that too much. I have a Alpaca Ghost Sling Nano. Yeah, buy once, cry once. Yeah, I have several pairs of their pants. Phil Robbins shit last. Yeah, no doubt. I know that and Vertex too. Um, Phil Robbins stuff's expensive. People complain about it all the time, but I'm like, bro, this stuff is solid, man. Even the crossbody bags, I got one and it was damaged when I got it. Like it was a postal thing. It wasn't the company that did it, and it looked like they threw it down the street and it was like scratched all up, but it didn't rip, and it's nylon, so it's amazing. Yeah, true spec. Yep. There's a lot of really solid stuff. 511, like you know what I mean. Um, Depends on how much you want to spend. Like, yeah, if you don't want to keep buying stuff, definitely look into some of those name brands. True Spec, 511, Fjallraven, Vertec, like tons of places. I think if you get a chance, watch Marine X. Marine X did a video on pants, and he was saying how they're like $70. That's really not that bad. I got a pair of first responder pants that I got for the fire department, like station pants or parade pants, and they were like $70. I don't even wear them fucking things. They're like in my closet. I got some parade pants. I pay $70 for. I'm not even using. Like you know what I'm saying, I can't give them away because, like, I don't know. I pay $70 for them. Like I don't know. Maybe I'll wear them. I'm gonna pull them out. I don't know. But yeah, so there's a lot of good stuff that you can get out there for pants. And again, that's another like prepping thing. Like Usum said, buy once, you're good. No success. It's True Budget EDC at yahoo.com. That's all. It's in the about section, but I was messing with it. I might have actually erased it by accident. But it is True Budget EDC at yahoo.com. I have a 511 backpack. Yeah, 511 is great, bro. I have a 511, what is it? It's a messenger bag. So I have a 511 messenger that I haven't used in a really long time, actually. I should probably use it. It's like literally the first bag that I ever got. It was like $80. Um, yeah. I did a video on that too. It was like a really long time ago. I carried that bag effing everywhere, bro. Like I carried it to work when I worked at the nursing home, when I was a behavioral nursing assistant, and they called it my mom bag because the lady was like, one of the nurses was like, "What's in your bag, bro?" And I was like, whatever. I got a spork in here. I got a bunch of stuff. I got like band-aids, and she was like, "Oh, it's a mom bag," and I was like, "Whatever, dude." And then like 2 days later, she was like, "You got a sewing kit in there?" And I'm like, "Well, yes, I do actually." I was like, "So it really is a mom bag," like you know what I mean? Whatever. LAPG, great shit, too cool. Marine X has some good ideas. Yeah, he does. He's got a lot of good videos, like his stuff. Yeah, he's got a lot of good stuff, and he just did, like I said, he did that video on pants, and it's good information. So definitely check him out as well. There's a lot of use him or lose him. He's got a lot of good. So he hasn't made any videos. He's got to make some, but he's got some cool stuff. Um, Ashton, he's got a lot of videos. Pretty much everybody out here that does make videos has decent videos. I mean, you know, I'm sure you guys get Karens too, but whatever. It is how it is. It's just the whole thing about there's somebody who doesn't care about opinions. Marine X, I just say it how it is too. So I like that. At least he's honest. You know what I mean? Uh, Saturation, yeah. I don't know. It's crazy. This is the world came to the point. You know what it is? It's the internet. The internet has made people forget what it's like to get punched in the face, because you can be across country and talk shit. You used to not be able to do that when I was a kid. You just get punched in the mouth. Like seriously, you really would. And now people don't. They probably start crying anyway. But whatever, dude. It's just if you have an opinion that goes against mine, then whatever. That's your opinion. I don't care. And if I don't like you, I'm not gonna watch you. Like if I don't like your content, I'm not gonna watch it. Like you know what I mean? And to say that, oh, I'm not gonna follow you now, I don't give a shit. Like seriously, I don't care. Like I mean, it sounds like messed up to say that, but I mean, if that's how you are, then get them moving. Like I don't care. No, that's good. That's how you should be. Honestly, it's not even that. It's about opinions to me because, like, say you say to me, "Well, I don't like that knife." I'm not gonna like unsub you because you don't like a specific knife. Like that's stupid. Like, you know what I'm saying? That doesn't make any sense to me. Like, I don't like the CDC Hansen. I just don't. I think it's a piece of shit. I had it. I used it. It's garbage. I don't like it. So for you to tell me you're gonna unsub me, don't even bother telling me. Just unsub me, because I don't care. Because right there, you proved you're a Karen. Because you don't like what I have to say, you want to unsub me, right? But that's how I am. That's what I do, though, right? Like I say shit. I talk shit. Like that's my job. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just say my opinion, and I think everybody should. Honestly, I really do. I'm not on there to like unsub. That's funny, dude. I know the dude was like, I think it's time to unsub True Budget EDC. I was like, bye bye. I was like, and then I said on his underneath it, I was like, bro, I wish there was a tiny violin emoji for you. You know what I mean? And then I found it, and I was like, oh wait, there is. I was like, that's awesome. I found it, but I mean, it doesn't even matter, dude. That's not what's up you. Like, I don't understand. Like, say, I don't know, man. I just don't get it because I don't think like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't. If you don't like a knife and I like it, then whatever. You just don't like it. If you got a knife that I don't like, whatever. I don't like it. That's all right. It's how it is. Like, I know Ninja loves the CDC Hansons, but whatever. I'm subbing to him. Just because I don't like it, don't mean he can't. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Yeah, keeping it real. That's what I'm saying. And if I didn't say something about it, I don't think I would be keeping it real. I wasn't gonna say anything. I'm not gonna call the dude out or nothing. But I mean, by LOL. I mean, like, I don't know. Is debating hello everyone. Jeez, who knows? I don't know what. Probably. I don't even know what they're debating, dude. It's everything. Yep. America's doing like whatever they're doing, man. Oh, Knives of Life, what's up? Yeah, man. I don't know. People just can't stand difference in opinion. Um, it is cool, man, because otherwise everybody would have the same like mindset, and it would be like dull as fuck. Like it just would be. Like, you know what I mean? Um, I don't know. I don't know. That's another thing, right? Like, I don't know why they do that. Like, why would you tell somebody you're gonna unsub them? Just unsub them. Like seriously. I mean, I don't like if I unsub somebody, it's because I just don't want to watch their stuff no more. I mean, I don't know. It's nothing against the person. I just don't like your content. Like, whatever. It's not like an attack. It's weird, man. I don't know. I think differently though. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm old. I was raised by people who worked on garbage trucks when they were 10 years old. Like, serious, my grandfather. Like, you know what I mean? These are people that were, like, born in the early 1900s. They had to go through the Depression and shit. They didn't have time to worry about your fucking opinion. Like, they just did what they had to do. Like, you know what I mean? Seriously. And that's kind of where my mindset is. Like, I'm going to keep it real because I ain't got time to worry about your bullshit. Like, I just don't have time for it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just going to keep on saying what I got to say because if I didn't, then I'd be going against who I am. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not going to, like I said, call you out and start drama, but it doesn't make sense to me why the internet's like that. I'll take my business elsewhere. That's right. Like seriously, and it's the same thing. I have a prepping website on MeWe. It's called 11th Hour Preppers, and people would do that. They'd get mad. Oh, I'm getting out of your group, and I'm like, go ahead, get out of my group because you know what? You're gonna leave. I'm gonna get three more people, and you're gonna leave. I'm gonna get four more people. So unsub me. I'll get three more subs by the end of the week. Whatever. I'm fine. I don't have a problem with it. Gives negative comments are good. No, but that's at least you're commenting and you watch my video and you made the algorithm know that. But I don't have a problem with negative comments because you're actually voicing your opinion and that's good. So if like I say, oh, this knife is the best knife ever, like I just bought this freaking cold steel jungle dart, right? If you're like, that's a piece of shit plastic knife, I'd be like, all right, cool. That's what you think, right? Like that's cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's your opinion. You're entitled to it. But if you're like, I don't know, I'm unsubbing you because you showed this undetectable weapon on YouTube. I can't watch you anymore. Then fuck you. Go ahead, unsub me. I don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, do whatever. Don't tell me about it though. Like, I don't care. Like, like I said in the beginning of this video, I mess with super cool people, and even if I got canceled off of YouTube, I came out on top because I met like Ninja's a super cool guy. Dennis, super cool guy, like everybody, like on this whole feed, right? Everybody's wicked cool, and I met some cool people. I'm going to visit Wasted Beer Money. I don't know if you guys check out Eric at Wasted Beer Money. He hasn't made a video in like forever. So if Eric, you just happen to be watching this, you're a dirtbag, you should make a video. But I'm going to visit him in April. So I'm going down to where he lives, and so that's super cool. So I'm meeting people, made good friends, and like I said, if I get canceled tomorrow, I win because I met some cool people, so I'm good with that. Um, and I don't have a problem. So I just think that a lot of people get on YouTube, they start, getting a lot of subs, and they start getting that mindset where they're like, oh, I got to please everybody. So I get more subs and I get more affiliate links. And, these people start sending me stuff and those people start sending me stuff. And you know what? Honestly, I'm going to tell you, the people that send me stuff, like, I'm not going to do a review the way you want me to do it. So Woobin is awesome. So I'm not talking about them. But, like, some people send you a video and they're like, well, we want you to do this and we want you to do that and we want you to do this. And I'm like, you can keep your shit, bro. Seriously. Because I'm the one doing the review, right? I'm going to use it how I see fit and in the situations that I'm in. I'm not going to go outside and cut fucking paper with it because you know what? I don't do that. That's not what I do. Well, walking around all day cutting fucking paper. It doesn't happen. And it's paper. Like, it's stupid. Right? You know what I mean? So I tell people that, and I'm like, just keep your product. I'm not going to do it because I'm the one doing the video, and I'm going to do it the way I want to do it. And if you don't like it, keep your shit. I don't need it. I didn't ask you for it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Serious. I'll buy it myself if I want it. And that's just how I am, man. Like, once you start trying to please people, and then you kind of become a sellout, and you're a shill, and there's plenty of that. You don't need that. You know what I mean? Like, that's like I said, why I like Marine X, because he's on point. He tells it how it is, and I like honesty. Like, you know what I'm saying? Seriously. Yeah, man. Thanks, Susan. That's cool. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. I'm like, I don't know. Like, you should always be yourself. Everybody should. Like, if you start like doing it because you're getting paid, or then it's a job, right? And fuck, who wants to do a job? And then if you start doing it because you're getting stuff. I mean, yeah, it's cool to get stuff. People send you stuff. That's cool shit. You know what I mean? But when they start like trying to dictate how you're doing the review, then you're not doing it anymore. There, like, you know what I mean? And I'm not going to do that. Like, if I'm not going to do that. It's not. I've like told companies to keep their shit. I don't care. Like, seriously, I got effing 50 flashlights, bro. I don't need another one. Like, I got 150, 200 knives. I don't need another one of those either. I got like 40 bags. I'm good. Like, and if there's something I absolutely effing must have, I will buy it. Like, seriously. That is it. That's exactly what it is, and that's how it is on YouTube. You think these guys are online buying $900 watches every day, man? Come on, bro. It's like the average person. That's why I stopped watching huge channels like Taylor Martin and those guys, because that is not the average person's EDC. I don't give a shit what you say. Like, you know what I'm saying? This watch is a Fossil Nate, right? Oh, you can see it, but it's a Fossil Nate. It was like $180 watch, and I got it. My wife bought it for me. It was like $100 on sale, and it's even less now, right? But I got it on sale, like, right, like I got $180 knives that I got on sale. I got $180 Benchmade I got for $110. Like, you gotta do the hustle, bro. I was talking about this. You gotta like go through dealers. You gotta get deals. You gotta use discount codes. Never pay full price for anything. Seriously. 25. I got a Casio that Conan's EDC gave me. It was an awesome Casio Forester. I like it a lot. Yeah, right, exactly. That's not honest, and it is a paid advert, like you said. Um, uh, yeah, I don't know, man. You just gotta do what you gotta do, buy what you gotta buy, and try to definitely like do real stuff. Like, don't do stuff that average person isn't wearing. Like, I go to work every day with people that got jobs, people that have been working in the school system for like 20, 30 years, and they don't have $900 watches because they can't afford that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, seriously, they just can't. I mean, can you save for it? Yeah, but do you want to? Maybe not. You got better things. People, blue collar people, got better things to do with $900 and buy a fucking watch. Like, I'm just saying. Like, you know what I mean? And that's why, like I said, a lot of these EDC channels aren't about that. So I watch pocket checks, right? I like pocket checks. I think they're cool to see what other people have in their pocket. Melissa Backwoods, I just pretty much only watch her shorts and her pocket check video at Blade Show, Texas. So, for first thing, you should never do a pocket check at a Blade Show because everybody's coming with their most expensive fucking knife, right? Because it's a Blade Show. But the funny thing about that also is that those people, the knives that they were pulling out were just out of control, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, no, yeah, her shorts, not actually what she's wearing. But maybe that too. I'm just saying. But yeah, so in that video, everybody was pulling out like these fucking super expensive knives, and this is what I got. This guy pulled out like three friggin' $500 knives. I'm like, dude, come on, bro. I'm like, this is like so set up for YouTube that it's not even like real. What's up, Shake and Bacon? Another New Englander surviving the daily. Fugdoozies in Worcester. Yeah, so I like seeing the pocket checks. But out of all of the, what was cool, out of all of the dudes that she went around at Blade Show, Texas, they were all pulling out like these $400 or $500 knives, really fancy ones. And this one old dude pulled out an SRM. It was like a $30 knife. I was like, that fucking dude rocks, bro. He didn't care. He came to Blade Show with a budget banger. He was like, this is what I'm using. And it was real, though. And I like it. It was cool. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, sometimes you can't use borrowed knives. That's why I don't do it, man. Rhode Island, there you go. There you go. You drove all the way there in your car. Live by the harbor? Rhode Island. I like it. By the harbor? Yeah, man. Yeah, we go to the Cape all the time. I was talking like that one day. My wife's like, shut up, dude. They're going to think you're from here or something. I'm like, park in the yard. Seriously. Murder capital, LOL. St. Louis, yeah. New England. Never run into New England. No, we're all here, right? No, there's four. Because Surviving the Daily, Knives Alive, you and me. There's four of us. Like, which is cool. And you're not even that far from me. I mean, neither is Surviving the Daily, actually. And Rhode Island's not that far. I wasn't in Rhode Island that long ago. I was in Providence, actually. We went there for something. I don't know. But I haven't been back in a while, so. I used to work with a guy from Rhode Island, so it's cool. But New England's not that big, so, you know. And we're always in the effing Cape. There's shitty beaches and nothing to do. Go to the Cape. But I like the Cape, though. Like, it's all right. We just go and chill. That's really it. You know? Drive around. Shitty little tiny streets with tons of tourists and traffic. Like, it's just whatever. This message has been held for review. View message. What? This would be a dick. Oh, there you go. I don't know why. Oh, because... Oh, Fugdoozle. Yeah, they hid that. That's a YouTube. Oh, dude, I was going to say, so YouTube did that to me the other day. I did that poop knife video because I got a poop knife video giveaway for Apex Alchemy. So go check that video out if you want to get involved for the poop knife, because I actually got it right here. It's the poop knife. And they were like, it can't be monetized. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck anyway. Because I'm not in this for money. So it couldn't be monetized. And then you can, like, say that you don't agree with it, which I was like, I didn't say anything. It's just a poop knife. Literally, I bought this shit on Amazon. They sell poop knives. Here it is in the box. Came from Amazon. So I fought that, and they were like, oh, we can monetize it. Sorry. So they did. So I actually won. I was like, what? I actually won. Like, I didn't care either way, but I was just being a dick because I was like, what do you mean it can't? Advertisers don't want to advertise on your poop knife video. I was like, whatever. You think, if it's a toilet paper company, like, you think they'd be great? I mean, I don't know. So YouTube's weird. Advertisers don't want to put stuff on. Karens don't want to, like, agree with your opinion. They don't have to agree with my opinion, but they don't even want to hear it. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, anyway, I want to go back and do more prepping videos, whether they're just me sitting here talking shit or me and A or me and somebody else. I think you can go live with other people. Haven't really done it, but that would be cool to do that as well. And maybe have like me and somebody else talking about prepping and how you do it. Like, so everybody on here obviously could be a person that does it. So I better get out of here. I kept you guys on here for 83 minutes. That's a long ass time. All right, you guys have a good one. I'll come back on here soon. I got to do a bunch of videos. I got the flashlight video. I got to do this jungle dart video. I don't know. I got other stuff. I didn't buy anything else, I don't think. I don't know. I forgot this shit was coming. It just showed up in the mail. I was like, oh yeah, that's right. I think I bought that. So I'll let you guys know what I think of these things. And but honestly, this Wubin L50 is all right, man. It's like I said, it's a bit big, but it's like $31 and it's 1200 lumens. It's good. It's 70. I think it's 575, 400, 1200, and it's got an SOS, and it's got an interesting setup on the back. The switch and the USB-C is on the back, so it's good because it's not in your way, your hand or anything. So it's cool. So I got to review that pretty soon. But you guys have a good one. I'll be back on here.